Dan Koes' productivity system changed my life. In the last few months, I've been more productive, more creative than I have in the previous years. Now, I purchased Dan's course, 2 Hour Writer, about a year ago, and that course was so foundational to my understanding of what it means, what it takes to be a creative worker. Before that, I was very confused. I just made content sort of without any process or structure, but that provided a lot of structure, which has helped me so much. So, Dan, if you're watching this, thank you so much for the value that you give out into the world. I appreciate you very much. In this video, I will be sharing with you all Dan Koes' 3-part productivity system and how you can utilize it in your life to improve your mind, your creative work, and your life. So let's get to it. Principle number 1, fill your mind. The first principle represents the importance of daily education and study. Now, you must continuously educate yourself on the topics that you are striving for, the aligned with your goals and your vision. So I read every day for about an hour, sometimes more, books that are going to help me on my journey of being a creator, of becoming a valuable person. And yeah, so any books in the topics of health, wealth, relationships, and happiness are fantastic. I also like to watch YouTube lectures and podcasts. So things that are aligned with your vision that are going to help you. Quality, good information is what you want to expose yourself to. You want to minimize the sort of short form, sort of dopamine hitting content and watch content that is long form that feeds your mind with good information. Also, conversations with people is great too, friends or just going out, meeting people, positive people. Especially if you're a value creator, you must allocate time to exposing yourself to new books, information continuously, because this is going to feed your mind in which you will later create. View it as sort of like the building blocks of material in which you will later reassemble and present to your audience, to your viewers. So that's how I like to think about it. I like to read in the afternoon times after I do my work in the morning, but do this whenever you have time. It could be the morning, it could be the afternoon, it could be the evening. Just make sure that you're filling your mind with quality information on a daily basis. Principle number 2, empty your mind. The second principle represents the importance of rest and contemplation. Now, 90% of the population, when they think of resting, they think of eating a bunch of food, they think of watching Netflix or drinking alcohol. Those things are not rest. That's escapism. I mean, here and there, maybe those things are okay. You can do those. But activities conducive for rest are going to be things such as going for a walk, being out in nature, meditating, journaling, having a good conversation with a friend or family member. What I personally do is I love to go for a walk in nature. I like to go to my local park where there's a bunch of trees, it's very green, and I love to sit and meditate under a tree. I like to just be in that environment of just greenery and fresh air. And when I meditate, it allows me to connect with myself and take that time to be present and feel my aliveness. And whenever I do this, I feel a powerful, rejuvenating effect on my mind and my body. I don't feel drained. I feel energized. Resting activities should energize you so that when you go back to your work, you come back with a sense of vigor. You don't feel drained. You feel ready to come back. That is what rest should do for you. There is something called the default mode network, DMN. This is a state that you go into when you are not highly focused on something external and your mind can turn inward. In this state, your memory and your imagination are heightened and novel ideas will seem to just come into your mind. This state many of your creative ideas will come to you. Creative ideas that are aligned with whatever problems or projects that you're working on. Journaling is another fantastic habit that you can get into, which will help clarify, it'll bring clarity to your mind. Writing down whatever thoughts, feelings down on paper, getting it out of your head really brings clarity. So that is another great practice that I recommend doing, that to empty your mind. Principle number 3, use your mind. The third principle represents the importance of using your mind to create. So you need to have non-negotiable daily work sessions. Work sessions aligned with the goal, the vision that you want to manifest. So for myself, I have 2 90-minute deep work sessions in which I create content, whether I'm coming up with ideas, writing a script, filming, editing, making thumbnails. I devote time to using my mind to create, to make something of value to help other people. This is something that you must do. You must use your mind to make something. And it doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be drawing. It could be music. It could be any form of creativity, any form. But the important principle is to use your mind to create something, make something, have a project where you're actually using the information that you used and fill your mind. Now you're using that to make something into reality. Your biggest enemy for this principle, using your mind, is going to be distractions. So distractions are going to be things like checking your phone, having open tabs, not having a goal, allowing distractions to stop you from creating things. I still struggle with this very much. I still struggle with checking my phone, checking Twitter. It is something that you have to be diligent with yourself, and you have to continuously correct yourself. And the more that you do this, the better you will get at it. Something that I've been doing lately that has helped a lot is, before I do my work session, just for a couple minutes, I'll close my eyes and I will visualize the end goal, what I want to achieve, what I want to manifest. So I'll picture me having 10,000 subscribers with a great sense of community of people that love what I do. And I'm the kind of person providing value to people. I'm helping people. And I picture the place that I want to live. I picture the clothes I'm wearing, the physique that I want, the impact that I want to have on people, the car I drive, all of this. I picture the life that I want to create and manifest. And I allow that image I try to see it as clearly as possible and feel the emotion and think to myself, I can manifest this. But in order to manifest this, I must be focused and committed to the process in which I'm doing now. The work session that I'm doing now will lead to that if I'm focused and I work and I don't get distracted. I tell myself this. And when I come out of my visualization, just after a couple minutes, I feel more motivated. I feel that emotional energy, and I'm much less likely to get distracted after doing that. So that's something I do. You could give it a try. Hopefully it could help you too. I do my work sessions in the mornings before I do anything else. That is when I have the most mental energy. And I recommend doing your work sessions, whatever you do, in the morning times. But this is a loose framework. Dan presents the system like this. In the mornings, use your mind. In the afternoons, fill your mind. In the evenings, empty your mind. This is a loose framework, so you don't have to follow this exactly. Experiment with it in your life. Everyone has different responsibilities, different lifestyles. So as long as you're incorporating these 3 principles into your life for some period of time, doesn't have to be an hour, it could be 30 minutes, it could be 20 minutes each, you will see momentum built, and you will notice a difference in your life. You will feel more educated. You will feel more capable. You'll feel proud of yourself from following this system of filling your mind, of emptying your mind, and using your mind. So that's the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, give it a like, give it a subscribe. If you want to become more of a creator rather than a consumer, I recommend you checking out this video right here. I think it's over here. You should press that video, watch that. It's a great video, and have a fantastic day, guys. Thank you.